Hello everyone, I'm Connor. Greetings. So, I want to go to college. I am currently college bound, preparing to start my college journey from high school. While I'm in high school, I'm pursuing college as well through a program called the Early College Program. But I want to discuss some things, particularly on whether or not college is worth the time, and certainly is it worth the effort. Because I love education. I think everyone should have some form of education, have some form of... Because as humans, we love learning. That is just a basic state of things. We're always learning, and it's easier if we are told in a kind of strict and routine environment on what we are learning. But college is optional, and it costs quite a bit of money. So, is it worth it? Well, I'm going to be discussing that. So, to start off, I want to go into special education nutrition. I will specifically be I'll be doing my associate's degree in, I think, teaching, or something related to that. That's not important. And then I'll be getting my bachelor's degree, special education major, nutrition minor. And the original goal was to use that and then do the clinical nutrition master's degree. But I'm thinking of not doing that anymore, because that's a lot to do. It's a lot to work on. And I don't know if it would be worth the time and based off what I want to do. Because what I want to do, I can do it with just the bachelor's, really. The clinical, it would be helpful, especially if I were to, actually give advice and stuff, but I could become a dietitian with very little of knowledge instead of a registered nutrition dietitian, which is the clinical route. So, I don't know, that's just kind of what I'm seeing it as. And I don't want to go to college for too long, like I originally wanted to, but it's a lot of money, and it's a lot of work and effort that I don't know if I can or want to fully go to. Especially if I don't fully believe that it's worth it. I believe the bachelor's, and I believe that the 4 years of college that I have planned to do so far are worth it. But I don't know if going further than that at a current stage, I guess, would be worth it. And what do I want to do? I wanted to kind of create my own business, my own brand, Death Serve Nutrition. And that's still what I want to do. It would go in a slightly different route than what I had planned before, where I'd be kind of advising others on what they wanted to do. Instead, I want to kind of teach others about nutrition, and those with disabilities, and those with disabilities and special ed or special needs more about nutrition. I want to teach an overall nutrition-based stuff, an overall class about more information on those with special needs and disabilities, and, well, I want to help out that specific community in nutrition. That's just what I want to do, and while I can't necessarily advise people on it, I can teach. There's nothing against me making online classes and teaching. And, I can do that through multiple different things. I can do it more professionally, which I would plan on doing through a website. But I would also plan on doing live streams and, like, long-form classes here on YouTube. That is the whole point of me building my brand this early on. So, is college worth my time? Yes. At least the first 4 years that I do plan on going into it are. Because there's so much to learn, and it does provide a great experience and a great sense of community and, I guess, figuring out what I want to do instead of being thrown fully into the world. Now, again, my original goal was to go further into it, but my beliefs haven't... I don't believe college is necessarily a scam, but for the amount of money it costs and how little a lot of people learn, there are actual statistics out there on that. I don't have them, but I have seen them. It's pretty abhorrent on how many college graduates there are and how little they're actually succeeding in their current field. I think the number was 30% are actually in a related field that they went into. That's pretty big. So, is it worth your time? I will say getting a basic associate's degree is kind of worth it, in my opinion, because it's just an overall learning that is just so helpful for the real world. Like getting college algebra. They say that you think that you'll never use math in the real world, but you do, all the time, with finances and stuff, and in your jobs. It makes so much sense, and it's, I wouldn't say fun to do, but it's interesting to look at. And then English, well, that's always there. We need to learn how to speak to each other, how to write to each other, and all that. And look, I am going into it. I don't know much about college, I admit. I have had experiences with it, but this will be my first actual I'm on a campus. But from a lot of the research that I have done and talked to, it seems like a good experience for many people. But you shouldn't go into college expecting to go into something related unless your heart is fully into it and you're willing to go above the maximum limit with it. That's why I'm saying an associate's degree, like your first 2 years that you can do for kind of free, depending on where you live and what, like, you are, I guess, is very important for just an overall experience. Now, it's up to you whether you continue that or not, and I'm not saying that you absolutely should. I'm not forcing anyone to go to college. That's not for everyone. Like my brother, for instance. We are on the complete opposite ends of the spectrum with education. And I think that it's not good for him. It's not the right path for him to go. So is it worth your time? Yes, but it depends on who you truly are and what you plan to do. So I would like to say thank you for watching. It really helps me grow, and thank you for allowing me to come to this decision on my own, and I will continue to make videos until I succeed. This is something I enjoy doing. I know it might not seem like it, I'm kind of monotone right now. It is 9:32 at this current moment. At night. I am tired. It is Friday currently, and I just came back from a community college that I will be spending half the day at next year. So I am wiped out. So, yeah. By the way, the college that I plan on going to is for my bachelor's degree. You probably have seen it. Go Mules. So, thank you for watching. It brightens me very much to be able to see all the comments that you guys leave. Whether they're nice, whether they're not. Not like I can hear them anyway. Bye, y'all.